Hey, Shalom, Israel. This is your brother Ezekiel with the Sons of God's Israelite Camp. Yeah, your brother Jeremiah, Gideon, Tobias, and a moth. Hey, today's class is going to be entitled The Ten Horns Shall Hate the Whore, man. And before we begin, I want to give all praises to the Most High Yahweh and known as only begotten Son, Yahweh Shah. Yeah, I pray that he put the spirit on his brothers, man, so we can edify his people, Israel. Man, I was talking before we started class, man. We live in some interesting times, man. Every time you turn on the news, man, you hear, you see these nations turning on Babylon. Man, that ass, man. You know what I'm saying? They hating on you, bro. And hey, man, all praises, man. We in those times. Nobody know the daytime hour minute.
You keep going in and out.
Our captivity is almost up, man. What about now? Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Hey, can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we hear.
What's so cold about it, man, is even before any of this stuff started going out, man, the Most High, he called it before he even had Yahweh Shah create the earth, man, before he even created the world, man. You know what I'm saying? All of these things, man, that was spoken by our forefathers, by the prophets before us, man. We're seeing it take place, man. So these are exciting times, man. You know what I'm saying? We about to get the hell up out of here, man, soon, man. But
right.
Before we go into the actual topic, man, let's get to Isaiah 46 and verse 10, man. And at any time, because I know that the Most High put the spirit on us, man. Any time, man, Most High put a precept in your head, man. You want to bring it out, man, bring it out. But for right now, let's get to Isaiah 46 and 10, man.
God. Isaiah 46, verse 10, declaring the end from the beginning, and from ancient times the things that are not yet done, saying, my counsel shall stand, and I will do all my pleasure.
Come, man. So all those things that the Most High spoke before times, man, before all this stuff even began to even come to pass, man. You know what I'm saying? He was moving the pieces in place, man, telling us from the beginning what was going to happen during the end times, man. And all those things, from the so-called Old Testament to the New Testament, guess what, Israel? They're going to come to pass, man. You know what I'm saying? None of that stuff is done away with, man. Like we've been taught, Christianity, a lot of those brothers come out of Christianity, man. So we was taught the so-called Old Testament is done away with. Guess what, man? A lot of the prophecies that are taking place, guess what? They were written in the so-called Old Testament, man, as well as in the New Testament and the book of Revelations and stuff like that, as we're going to see, man. So none of that stuff done away with, man. And he called from ancient times, from the beginning, the end, which we see taking place right here. Not the end of the actual earth, Akim, but the end of this man's rulership, man. And he's using DJ Don Trump, man, and his side piece, Elon Musk, to bring these things about, man. So, hey, man, I know when I was in Christianity, man, and talking to Christians before I even knew anything about the Bible, man, you hear jokers say that the so-called Vatican, man, was Babylon the Great. And what's funny about that, man, is these same people telling you the Vatican, the Roman Catholics, is Babylon the Great, man, but yet and still they still send their people to these so-called Catholic schools, man. I never understood that. Like, you saying that the Roman Catholic Church, the Vatican is Babylon, but yet you still paying money to send your kids to Catholic school, man. That make no sense, man. And the verse where they got that from, man, let's get Revelation 17 and verse 9, man, because the Vatican is not Babylon the Great, man. You don't see anybody turning on the Vatican in these last days. What you hear him talking about, man? You hear him talking about, the Pope's health, man. You know what I'm
saying? Right.
His declining health and stuff like that, man. You don't hear nobody turning on the Vatican, man. Let's get that Revelation 17 and 9.
The book of Revelation, chapter 17, verse 9. And here is the mind which has wisdom. The seven heads are 7 mountains on which the woman sitteth.
So, man, when I was in Christianity, man, you hear them Christians talking about, the so-called Vatican sit on 7 hills or some crazy stuff like that, man. So they equate this Revelation 17:9 to the Vatican Church, man. This is not talking about the Vatican Church, man. Yes, in the book of Revelation, the Vatican, the Roman Catholic Church is that false prophet in the Bible, man. Why? Because all these false denominations of so-called Christianity stem from the Vatican Church, man. But it is not Babylon the Great. It is not the great whore in the Bible, man. All right, let's jump up to verse 1 in that same chapter, and then we hit verse 3.
Revelation chapter 17, verse 1. And there came one of the 7 angels, which had 7 vials, and talked with me, saying unto me, Come hither, I will show unto thee the judgment of the great whore that sitteth upon many waters.
Come, man. So these many waters, man, that this great whore sits upon, that we about to find out about it, man, is gonna be talking about people, man. You know what I'm saying?
Come.
And you're gonna see that it has nothing to do with this Vatican Church that everybody keeps talking about, man. Let's get verse 3 up.
Verse 3. So he carried me away in the spirit unto the wilderness, and I saw a woman sit upon a scarlet colored beast full of names of blasphemy, having 7 heads and 10 horns.
Come, man. So this woman is sitting on top of the beast, man. In other words, it's controlling this scarlet colored beast. And what's another name for scarlet, man? Red. Man. It's a red beast, man. And we about to find out what that beast is. But as I said, man, I was in Christianity, and I'm sure you guys heard me say it a lot of times before, man. I used to hate going into the book of Revelation, man. Why? Because when you hear about these things, man, in your mind, you envision an actual 7-headed beast, man, with 10 horns, man. That's scary stuff, man. But what we about to find out through the scriptures, man, is that this beast ain't referring to the actual beast with 7 heads, man. It's referring to men and specifically kingdoms of men, man. And keep in mind that that term red too, man, because that's going to come into effect as well, man, as we go through this lesson here. Let's get Ecclesiastes chapter 3, verse 18, Aki. Ecclesiastes 3 and verse 18.
Book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 3, verse 18. I said in my heart concerning the estate of the sons of men, that God might manifest them, and that they might see that they themselves are beasts.
Come, man. So what we're going to find out is that this 7-headed beast with the 10 horn is actually a conglomerate of men, man, a specific man that was born into this earth, which is why it is red. But so the term beast has nothing to do with actual scary beast. Like I was thinking, man, when I was in Christianity, didn't know nothing about the Bible, man. It has to do with a conglomerate of kingdoms of men, man. Let's get some more on that. Let's go to Daniel chapter 7 and read verses 1 through 7.
I got a precept up.
Go ahead, Doc.
Just to back up, you know what I'm saying, what you have brought out in Revelation dealing with the waters and speaking about people, nations. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 17, verse 12. It said, Woe to the multitude of many people which make a noise like the noise of the seas, and to the rushing of nations that make a rushing like the rushing of many waters. The nations shall rush like the rushing of many waters, but God shall rebuke them, and they shall flee far off, and shall be chased as the chaff of the mountains before the wind, and like a rolling thing before the whirlwind. Just to back up what you were saying, how these waters is that the horse sitter is speaking about, you know what I'm saying, nations, and how the Lord is going to rebuke these nations. Like you said, man, these nations are going to coming together for what? For this World War III. And the Lord is going to rebuke them. He's going to destroy them. He's going to bring them down and take them out of power. But I just wanted to bring that out just to back up the waters. It's referring to nations and people. You got to back up.
Con, that was a perfect precept too, man. Let's get the book of Daniel, chapter 7. We're going to read verses 1 through 7. And if any of you other Akim got any precept, man, you want to bring it out, bring it out.
It's the book of Daniel. the book of Daniel, chapter 7 and verse 1. In the first year of Belshazzar, king of Babylon, Daniel had a dream and vision of his head upon his bed. Then he wrote the dream and told the sum of the matters. Daniel spake and said, I saw in my vision by night, and behold, the four winds of the heaven strove upon the great sea. And the four great beasts came up from the sea, diverse one from another.
So
The first,
Daniel's about to describe four beasts, which we're going to see that these four beasts aren't actual beasts. They're kingdoms of men. Go ahead.
The first was like a lion and had eagle's wings. I beheld till the wings thereof were plucked, and it was lifted up from the earth, and made stand upon the feet as a man, and a man's heart was given to it.
So that first beast is making reference to the Babylonian Empire, man. Hold that, and let's get Ezekiel chapter 17, read verses 1 through 3, and then verse 12. So that first piece is making reference to the Babylonian Empire. So Ezekiel chapter 17, verses 1 through 3, and then verse 12.
Ezekiel chapter 17, verse 1. And the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, put forth a riddle, and speak a parable unto the house of Israel, and say, Thus saith the Lord God, a great eagle with great wings, long-winged, full of feathers, which had diverse colors, came unto Lebanon, and took the highest branch of the cedar.
Go down to verse 12.
Verse 12. Say now to the rebellious house, know ye not what these things mean? Tell them, behold, the king of Babylon is come to Jerusalem, and have taken the king thereof, and the princes thereof, and led them with him to Babylon.
So we see that first beast is going into the kingdom of Babylon. Let's go back to Daniel chapter 7 and read verse 5. Start verse 5.
It's the book of Daniel, chapter 7 and verse 5. And behold, another beast, a second, like to a bear, and it raised up itself on one side, and it had 3 ribs in the mouth of it between the teeth of it. And they said thus unto it, Arise, devour flesh.
So we see that the second kingdom is referring to the Medo-Persian Empire. Let's go ahead and read verse 6.
After this I beheld, and lo, another like a leopard, which had upon the back of it 4 wings of a fowl. The beast had also 4 heads, and dominion was given to it.
Man. So this third beast is talking about the Greek Empire, man. So all these empires, all these kingdoms that we're talking about, man, these are all captivities that Israel served in. So Daniel was actually in the Babylonian captivity at this time, man. So these are all captivities, all kingdoms. They aren't like literal beasts, and that's what these verses are to show, man. So when you read these verses in the book of Revelation, all that mystical stuff that Christianity has infused into with the scriptures, man, all that stuff is Greek mythology, man. This is dealing with kingdoms of men, man. And the first 2 kingdoms were not Edomite kingdoms, man. But this third kingdom, this great Greek kingdom, is the first of the Edomite nations, man. First of the Edomite kingdoms, man. Let's get Daniel chapter 7, man, and verse 7. Sorry about that.
Verse 7. After this I saw in the night visions, and behold, a 4th beast, dreadful and terrible, and strong exceedingly, and it had great iron teeth. It devoured and brake in pieces, and stamped the residue with the feet of it. And it was diverse from all the beasts that were before it, and it had 10 horns.
Let's hold that, man. Now we're gonna see that this fourth kingdom, this fourth beast, man, is talking about the Roman Empire, man. let's get and you notice, man, that Daniel didn't describe what this fourth beast looked like, man. He only described characteristics of this fourth beast. Let's go to Second Ezra chapter 11. We're gonna read verses 1 through 2. Then we're gonna drop down to 37 and 40, man.
The book of Second Ezra, chapter chapter 11, verse 1. Then saw I a dream, and beheld, there came up from the sea an eagle, which had 12 feather wings and 3 heads.
Come on, keep going up.
And I saw and beheld, behold, she spread her wings over all the earth, and all the winds of the air blew on her, and were gathered together. Verse 3. And I beheld, and out of her feathers there grew other contrary feathers, and they became little feathers and small.
Come on. Let's drop down to verses 37 and read 37 through 40, man.
Verse 37. And I beheld, and lo, as it were a roaring lion chased out of the wood, and I saw that he sent out of a man's voice the eagle, Salakia. I saw that he sent out a man's voice unto the eagle, and said, Hear thou, I will talk with thee, and the highest shall say unto thee, Art not thou it that remainest of the four beasts, whom I made to reign in my world, that the end of their times might come through them? And the fourth came.
So we're saying right here, man, that this fourth beast is being described as an eagle, man. This is talking about the Roman Empire. Go ahead, Op.
And the fourth came and overcame all the beasts that were past, and had power over the world with great fearfulness, and over the whole compass of the earth with much wicked oppression. And so long time dwelt he upon the earth with deceit.
So during that time, man, during ancient times, Rome had rulership over the whole known earth in the Eastern Hemisphere at that time, man. Ancient Rome never had rulership over here, man. But you're going to see later on the revival of the ancient Roman Empire. Talking about America and NATO, man. They had rulership over the whole earth, man. Let's go to Second Ezra chapter 12, read verses 11 through 13.
And if I can add too, just so brother can understand verse 1 when it said the 12 feather wings, that's going into the 12 Caesars of Rome. So you know what I'm saying? Note that 12 feather rings is going into the 12 Caesars of Rome. But you said Second Ezra chapter 12, verse
11 through 13.
Second Ezra chapter 12, verse 11. The eagle whom thou sawest come up from the sea is the kingdom which was seen in the vision of thy brother Daniel, but it was not expounded unto him. Therefore now I declare it unto thee, behold, the days will come that there shall rise up a kingdom upon the earth, and it shall be feared above all the kingdoms that were before it.
Man. So at that time, it was the Roman Empire, the Roman Empire. But in these modern day times, man, that beast was America and his European allies, man. NATO, man. Let's go back to the book of Daniel. We're going to start at Daniel chapter 8, and we're going to read verses 1 through 8. If anybody got anything, man, bring it out.
The book of Daniel, chapter 8, verse 1. In the third year of the reign of King Belshazzar, a vision appeared unto me.
So back in the book of Daniel chapter 7, man, that was the first year of the king Belshazzar. That's when Daniel had this first vision, man. But you're gonna see in the book of Daniel chapter 8, man, the beast that he's gonna see gonna be different, but they're gonna still represent two of the same empires. Go ahead, up.
Even unto me, Daniel, after that which appeared unto me at the first, and I saw in a vision, and it came to pass when I saw that I was at Shushan in the palace, which is in the province of Elam, and I saw in a vision, and I was by the river of Ulai. Then I lifted up my eyes and saw, and behold, there stood before me, before the river, a ram which had two horns, and the two horns were high. but one was higher than the other, and the higher came up last. I saw the ram pushing westward and northward and southward, so that no beast might stand before him. Neither was there any that could deliver out of his hand. But he did according to his will and became great. And I was considering, behold, and he goat came from the west on the face of the whole earth and touched not the ground. And the goat had a notable horn between his eyes. And he came to the ram that had two horns, which I had seen standing before the river, and ran into him in the fury of his power. And I saw him come close unto the ram, and he was moved with choler against him, and smote the ram, and brake his two horns. And there was no power in the ram to stand before him, but he cast him down to the ground, and stamped upon him. And there was none that could deliver the ram out of his hand. Therefore he goat waxed very great. And when he was strong, the great horn was broken, for it came up four notable ones toward the fourth winds of heaven.
So you're gonna see in this vision, man, that Daniel's having in the third year of King Belshazzar, that the ram is now representing the kingdom of the Persian Medes, man, and the goat is representing the Greek Empire, and then these four notable ones, man, is going to go into King Alexander the Great's four generals, man. Let's drop down to verses chapter 8, verse 20.
Verse 20. The ram which thou sawest having two horns are the kings of Media and Persia.
So that ram represents the Medo-Persian Empire, man. Verse 21.
Verse 21. And the rough goat is the king of Grecia, and the great horn that is between his eyes is the first king.
So we're going to find out. So this goat represents the Greek Empire, and you're going to find out that this great horn that's between his eyes is going to represent the first king, which is going to be King Alexander. Let's go to First Maccabees chapter 1, and we read verses 1 through 4.
It's the book of First Maccabees, chapter 1, verse 1. In the third year of the reign of King Belshazzar, a vision appeared unto me, even unto me Daniel, after that which appeared unto me at the first, and made many wars, and won many strongholds, and slew the kings of the earth, and went through the ends of the earth, and took spoils of many nations, insomuch that the earth was quiet before him. Whereupon he was exalted, and his heart was lifted up, and he gathered a mighty strong host, and ruled over countries and nations and kings, who became tributaries unto him.
Man. So this is talking about Alexander, man. It's going to the Greek Empire. But that first king that was spoken about in Daniel chapter 8, that's talking about Alexander, man. Let's go back to Daniel chapter 8, read verse 22. We're going to come back to First Maccabees as well. Daniel
chapter 8, verse 22. Now that being broken, whereas four stood up for it, four kingdoms shall stand up out of a nation, but not in his power.
Now let's go back to that. This is talking about Alexander's four generals that stood up, man, after his passing and put on crowns for themselves. Let's go back to First Maccabees chapter 1, read verses 5 through 9.
First Maccabees chapter 1, verses 5 through 9. And after these things he fell sick, and perceived that he should die. Wherefore he called his servants, such as was honorable, and had been brought up with him from his youth, and parted his kingdom among them, while he was yet alive. So Alexander reigned 12 years, and then died. And his servants bare rule every one in his place. And after his death, they all put crowns upon themselves. So did their sons after them many years, and evils multiplied in the earth.
Man. So after Alexander's death, man, his four notable generals put crowns upon themselves, man, and ruled their kingdoms, man. Any brother got anything? All right. I'm just going to read something right here, man. So we went into how the fourth beast represented the Roman Empire, right? Well, the Roman Empire, man, fell around 476 AD. How the Byzantine Empire, man, which was located in Eastern Europe, continued, man. So we're about to go into the Book of Revelations, man. We're about to see when the Book of Revelation is talking about the devil and Satan being locked away, man. It's not talking about the actual physical devil, Satan, the spiritual demon. It's talking about a specific man that ruled this empire, this fourth beast, this Roman Empire, which was ruled by the Edomites, man. Let's get the Book of Revelation. So now you should have an understanding that the Book of Revelation, when we talk about this beast, it's not talking about an actual literal beast, man. It's talking about men. It's talking about kingdoms. That's what it's referring to. So all that mystical stuff that we were taught in Christianity, man, has been a lie. It's been a fairy tale, and it was taught to us by the very men who you're going to find that when they were loose, they came back out and deceived the nations. Well, they deceived us too before the Most High woke us up. You know what I'm saying?
Come.
Let's get the Book of Revelations, chapter 20, and we're going to read verses 1 through 3. And if anybody got anything, you can bring it up.
Revelation.
Book of Revelation, chapter 20, verse 1. And I saw an angel come down from heaven, having the key of the bottomless pit, and a great chain in his hand. And he laid. Oh, go ahead.
Come. So when people see this bottomless pit, they automatically start thinking about it's all hell. You know what I'm saying? That's what Christianity teaches you. As bottomless pit, they talk about hell now. That's not. We're going to see that. That's not what this bottomless pit is referring to. Go ahead, up.
2. And he laid hold on the dragon, that old serpent, which is the devil and Satan, and bound him 1,000 years.
So when our people see this, man, they automatically start thinking, "Oh, this is talking about the physical demon Satan." He was after he was kicked out of heaven. You know what I'm saying? After that war in heaven, he was bound in the bottomless pit for 1,000 years, man. That's what we're talking about, man. All that has been Christian lies, man. Greek mythology mixed with lies and infused into our scriptures, man, and taught to us here in America. Go ahead, up.
3. And cast him into the bottomless pit, and shut him up, and set a seal upon him, that he should deceive the nations no more, till the 1,000 years should be fulfilled. And after that, he must be loosed, and loosed a little season.
Come on, man. So right there still, man, our people thinking that spiritual demon Satan was cast into hell, cast to the bottomless pit, man, when he was locked away. So he can't deceive the nations no more, man. That ain't what's going on here, people. If you remember the book of Job, man, when the sons of God came before the Most High, Satan also came with them, man. So if he was locked away in this bottomless pit, how the hell he get loose? They come back. How was he roaming the earth and then come back and just appear before the Most High in heaven? That's lies, man. Let's go to 2 Ezra chapter 5, read verse 24.
The book of 2 Ezra, chapter 5, verse 24. And of all the lands of the whole world, thou hast chosen thee one pit, and of all the flowers thereof one lily.
Come on, man. So what's that pit up?
And of all the lands of the whole world, thou hast chosen thee one pit.
So we talking about a landmass, man. This pit is talking about a landmass, man. And find that the Western Roman Empire fell around 476 AD, man. All right. So let's get the Book of Revelations chapter 9, and we're gonna read verses 1 through 3, then 7 through 12. Book of Revelation, chapter 9, verses 1 through 3, and then verses 7 through 12. If any brother got anything, feel free to bring it up.
Book of Revelation,
Um,
chapter 9, verse 1. And the fifth angel sounded, and I saw a star fall from heaven up on the earth. And to him was given the key of a bottomless pit. And he opened the bottomless pit, and there arose a smoke out of the pit, as the smoke of the great furnace. And the sun and the air were darkened by the reason of the smoke of the pit. And there came out the smoke locusts upon the earth, and unto them was given power, as the scorpion of the earth have power.
So this is going to World War I, man. When there was war over in the land, man. You know what I'm saying? You had bombs dropping. This locust, man. These aren't actual locusts and stuff, man. Remember, during these world wars, man, you had helicopters and stuff. Like you had Cobra helicopters and stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? And then what they'd like to paint on them Cobra helicopters, man, like teeth and all that stuff, man. This is what John the Revelator is seeing, man. He's not seeing, actual locusts and stuff. To him, it may look like it, man, but this is going to those war machines, man, that's flying around them helicopters and stuff, man.
And those fighter planes too, man. When you look at those fighter planes that was, around during those times, man. When you look at locusts have those double wings, right? When you look at those fighter planes, man, they also had double wings on them, man. I wish you could pull up some images on it out. Give our people a visual how to what we talking about.
Yeah, let me try to pull something up real quick, man. So I get all that.
Like you said, man, that smoke is going into all that war, man. They having all these bombs, grenades. You know what I'm saying? You seeing all the machine guns, all that stuff being shot off, man. That's what that smoke is going into, man. And saying the bottomless pit, like you brought out, man, that bottomless pit is referring to Europe, man. Because that's where, the World War I took place at, man, over there in Europe. And it's funny, man, because now you got, Hebrew Israelites, going around trying to say the Lord did not, prophesy about 3 world wars. It's like they going the hell out, man, because this book of Revelation, the 9th chapter, is going into describing World War I and World War II to a T, man. And then after they got through describing it, it said 1 war is past, 2 more are coming after, man. So if it just got through saying 1 war is past and it described World War I as being that 1 war and 2 more wars coming to pass after that, what's that talking about, man? It's going to be 3 world wars. So these Israelites is going around teaching that World War III is not prophesied in the Bible. I don't know where they getting that understanding from, man. You know what I'm saying? They saying that the elite planned 3 world wars. Even if that's true, the Lord still knew they was going to do it. You think the Lord ain't know that it was going to be 3 major world wars fall on the earth? You think he ain't show those visions to his prophets, man? You got it back.
Come on, man. That's some of the dumbest stuff I've ever heard of too, man. Talking about the Most High didn't plan it. The elite planned it, and he just allowed it. Come on, man.
This is hard, man. This is a well-respected elder in this truth that been putting in work. You know what I'm saying? Who gets much respect, putting in work for years and going around and teaching his madness, man. I don't understand.
Come on, me either, man. But don't nothing happen on this earth, man, without the Most High planning, without him sanctioning, without him doing it, man. Remember, he called the end from ancient times from the beginning. You know what I'm saying?
Like you brought out in the book of Isaiah, he already declared, he already published and made known what the end was going to be, man. So he already knew it was going to be 3 world. Well, you think that the Most High ain't know that, man? He saw playing something in the Most High, hey, he didn't see it coming. Like that makes absolutely no sense, man.
Shoot, man, and Most High, like the Most High up in the third heaven, talking about the shoot, man. I ain't think about that. But, you know what I'm saying? So they make it happen, man. Shit, why not? I'm along with it,
Right.
That's like dumb, man. Trying to find some better pictures, man. That's that smoke, man. It's World War I, man. You see the smoke going up. So that's what it's talking about. That's what it's going into, man. That's what that bottomless pit is over in the land of Europe, man. That's that bottomless pit, man. It ain't talking about got no hell, nothing like that, man. Ain't no place where you're gonna go and burn forever after you die, man. Matter of fact, we done died several times before and went before the throne, man. Came back out here on earth to live out of judgment, man. You know what I'm saying? So
Con.
yeah, man, it ain't going into that, man. All that is Christian folklore, man. Let's drop down to that verses 7 through 12, man. Let me see if I can get some.
Pull up some of those planes too.
I'm gonna try to pull it
Planes
up.
from World War One.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to pull some of that up.
Verse 7. In the shape of the locusts were like unto horses prepared unto battle, and of their heads were as it were crowns like gold, and their faces were as the face of men, and they had hairs as the hairs of women, and their teeth were as the teeth of lions, and they had breastplates, and it were breastplates of iron, and the sounds of their wing were as the sounds of chariots of many horses running to battle, and they had tails like unto scorpions, and they were stings in their tails, and their power was to hurt me 5 months. And they had a king over them, which the angel of the bottomless pit, whose name is in Hebrew tongue Abaddon, in the Greek tongue has his name Apollyon. One woe is past, and behold, there comes 2 woes more hereafter.
Come on, man. So we still talk about World War One, man. Let me see if we can get these some of these planes up.
Hey, Con, hey, man, you got some Israelites, man, that believe these were real locusts too, man. Teaching that
No,
these
man.
locusts, man. And it said what? It said he had so they had tails. Their tails were like scorpions. Why, man? Going into those co-pilots, man, that they had in the back of those warplanes, man. That was shooting them guns. That's why I said, and their tail was like scorpions, man. That's what that's describing, man. These choppers,
Hey,
these fighter planes with the guns on the back end of them.
Come on,
hey
man.
Z, try the warplane
Yeah, go to
Warplane?
the warplanes.
of
Yeah,
warplanes
World
of
War One.
World War One.
Yeah, they show
Cause
better images.
they kind of look like the warplane that they had in World War One. They kind of look like locusts or something when they flying.
Yeah,
How
they
they
look just like that.
like the wings be.
Oh,
So, bear with me, Israel. I could have sworn I did this before better pictures come up, man.
go to the one right there with the few like four of them in there.
Right here?
Yeah, I'm right there.
Oh, should we go one,
They
two?
they kind of look like insects.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
go to the other one though. You know what I'm saying? Showing them in the air. Yeah, right there. Yeah,
Yeah.
you seen
yeah.
now you got a picture of John the Revelator. You know what I'm saying? He was back during those times. There wasn't no such thing as airplanes and stuff. So he's describing using terminology. And you know what I'm saying? To describe these things that he's seeing with the best of his knowledge, man. And if you back during that time, you looking up, you seeing these visions, you seeing these things like that, you would think they were locusts, man. So what you got
Come,
about?
come, man. And just going back, man, to the fall of the Roman Empire, man. So historically, man, it's been roughly like 1,000 years between the fall of ancient Rome, man, around 476 AD, and the start of the Renaissance, man. Which Renaissance began roughly around the 14th century, and constituent period often called the Middle Ages or the Dark Ages, man. The reason they call it the Dark Ages, really, man, is because it was ruled by Jake, man. Europe was being ruled by Jake when the Western Roman Empire fell, man. That's when that devil Satan, Esau, the Edomites, was locked in the Caucasus Mountains, man, for roughly 1,000 years. They came back out and came back into power around the 14th century, around the Renaissance, man. Let's get Malachi chapter 1 and read verses 3 and 4, man. Anybody got anything else? Bring it out, man. Let me stop this real quick. Malachi chapter 1, verse 3 through 4.
Malachi chapter 1, verse 3. And I hated Esau and laid his mountains and his heritage waste for the dragons of the wilderness, Whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished.
Impoverished.
But we will return and build a desolate place. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down, and they shall call them the border of wickedness, and the people against whom the Lord had indignation forever.
Come on, man. Our people read that too, man, and still think the Most High love everybody when he just said he's going to have indignation against Esau forever, man. But so the Most High laid Esau's kingdom waste, man. You know what I'm saying? He took him out of power. He took him out of power when he was ruling the Western Roman Empire, man. But Esau said what, man? The Edomites said what? Guess what? We're going to return. We're going to rebuild those desolate places. In other words, we're going to come back into power, man. And they came back into power during the Renaissance period, which means rebirth. But guess what, man? He said that they should build, but I would throw down. He's going to take them down again. This time they ain't never going to rise, man. You know what I'm saying? And they came back into power. And guess who they ruling through? America and its European allies, man, which we're seeing being broken up. You know what I'm saying? Donald Trump, DJ Trump came back in office, man. And just like last time he was in office, man, prophecy started rolling, man. So the Most High he started tearing down that Roman Empire again, man. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna tear it down, man. And America's gonna be the first really to go down, man. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. Let's go. So NATO, man, I just got finished talking about American and European allies, man. So we have what's called the North Atlantic Treaty Organization, which was formed roughly on August 4th, 1949, man. It was created by the United States, Canada, and several of its European allies, man. And what was the reason behind creating this, bro? What was the reason for creating NATO? Anybody know? To provide security against the Soviet Union, man. So Russia. So now you see, man, you saw like last, not just past Friday, man, but you saw the Friday before last, man. You saw Zelensky in at the White House, man. Him and Trump and JD Vance going at it, man. You know what I'm saying? Zelensky was coming back over, man, trying to get more support, man, for his war against Russia, man. But it seemed like Trump is siding with who, man? Russia. And guess what, man? All his European allies are seeing this, man. They're seeing that the division, man, that the Most High is using Trump to cause, man, to bring the system out. They're seeing it, man. So now NATO is no longer as strong as it used to be, man. That beast, that revival of the Roman Empire, which is America and NATO, the EU, it's not as strong as it used to be, man. And you see that division, bro. Now you even got like because Canada was one of the countries mentioned here when NATO was formed, man. Now you see talks of presidential Canadian candidates or whatever. I'm saying it right, man. Talking about forming a nuclear alliances against the EU, man. I mean, Slovakia against with the EU countries, but against America. So you seeing these prophecies come to pass, man. Like you tell people about this stuff, man, they're like, nah, they ain't never gonna happen. What the Most High is showing you is happening, man. Everything that's been preached, man, is coming out about the 10 horns are gonna hate the whore, man. The 10 horns being the European Union. You see that stuff coming to pass in the news, man. Every time you turn on the news, man, you can't even open up an article, click on YouTube, and you see all about this division, how these other countries, man, these European countries, to include Mexico and Canada, are hating America, man. All stuff is coming to pass. So how is it then that this whore, this Babylon, is talking about the Vatican? The Vatican. It ain't talking about the Vatican, man. You see people sympathy for the Pope, man. They ain't talking about forming alliances, nuclear alliances against the Vatican City. They talking about forming nuclear alliances against America. because America is doing what, man? Speaking great things, man. Not only against the Most High, but against his allies, his closest his allies, man. Talking about putting tariffs on, man. How is it that you think that you're supposed to be like, making America great again? You destroying America, man. Well, hey, but you destroying America, bro. Because you firing all these people, Elon Musk, and you don't get to be a billionaire, man. I know I'm going off. We're going to get back in the scriptures. I know I'm going off, but you don't get to be a billionaire, man, by the so-called world's richest man by caring about other people, man. You
Right.
you know what I'm saying? Because you supposed to be what? Before all your stocks and stuff started plummeted, man, you're supposed to be in what? Like over $400 billion supposed to be your worth, man. So you obviously didn't get to be where you at, man, by caring about other people, because you can live off the interest from just a couple $1 billion. If you cared about other people, you'd be spreading the wealth, man. And just laying people off, man, left and right. What do you think is going to happen to the economy? The economy is going to tank, man. In addition to tariffs that Don keeps proposing, the economy is gonna sink, man, because you ain't gonna have people that are gonna be able to buy anything, man. Because businesses are gonna go out of business, bro. The job market is gonna be flooded with people, and what do you think is gonna happen to wages, man? The wages are gonna go down. Why? Because the owners of them companies know that you're desperate for a job now, man. So they're gonna lowball you when it comes to the income. All right. So what they're doing, man, is they're creating this big disparity between the haves and the have-nots. What is this all about, man? To eventually set up that universal basic income, man, and that MOTB, man, which is going to be that plant, man, because you're going to be so desperate, man, but not being able to provide for your family, not being able to eat and do all this stuff, that when they introduce that to you, they're going to award you down, and people are going to be lined up in rows to get it, man.
Man, like you going into 2 hours wouldn't come to that, man. There's gonna be a lot of people who saying they ain't gonna get it. Oh, they bringing that up. You know what I'm saying? I never get it. It's gonna be the same way when they came out with that mosquito bite, man. There's a lot of people that was, you know what I'm saying, at my job was saying they wasn't gonna get it. And then they told us that we had a deadline, and, you know what I'm saying, to get it. And guess what? Those same people who said they wasn't gonna get it, when it came to them, you know what I'm saying, possibly losing their job, they went and got it. It's gonna be the same way with this when this MOTB is pushed out, man. A lot of people that are saying that they not gonna get it, even Israelites saying it's true, man. That's why when you speak about the MOTB, man, this is something serious, man, 'cause this is pertaining to your salvation. So this ain't nothing that the Lord kept in secret. You know what I'm saying? Why would he keep something like this in secret? You know what I'm saying? It's something the Lord, John the Revelator described it to the T, man. You know what I'm saying? What else could it be besides this RFID chip? You know what I'm saying? Nothing else makes absolutely no sense. And then you got to look at it like, okay, say we wrong about how we saying it is, what we say it is, and it's what's gonna come of that? We just wrong. But say brothers who out there teaching that it's something else besides RFID chip, and they wrong, and not the people that was following behind them, they congregation, people that was believing on them, said, well, since this ain't the mark of the beast, what's preventing them from getting it then? Why wouldn't they get it? If their job or their livelihood is dependent on them getting this, why not get it if my teacher or my leader is telling me it's not the MOTB? You know what I'm saying? So now you're going to cause a lot of people to go out and get it. Now their blood is going to be on your hand. You know, so what you got to back up?
Come on, man, you're right. I mean, that blood's going to be on their hand, man. It's so obvious, man. I mean, Trump is even hosting, man, meetings now, man, on cryptocurrency. You know what I'm saying? All this ain't by chance, man. It's all because the Most High is causing it to happen, man. Causing these prophecies to come to pass, man. So how anybody can't see what the MOTB is going to be now, man? I mean, even worldly Christians are able to see it, bro.
If you can't see it now, you just don't want to see it. The Most High really got you blinded. You sold out, man. You know what I'm saying? Those are the only things it could be, man.
Come on, man. So I know a lot of people watching may still say, well, what does America got to do with the beast, man? Still, even though all the scriptures we brought out, man. Let's go into Daniel chapter 7, verse 24, man. Daniel chapter 7, verse 24.
The book of Daniel, chapter 7, verse 24. And the 10 horns out of this kingdom are 10 kings that shall arise, and another shall arise from them, and he shall be diverse from the first, and he shall subdue 3 kings.
Con, man. So these 10 horns are 10 kings. In other words, 10 kingdoms, man. That and by the way, when John the Revelator is saying this, man, those 10 kings, man, the European Union wasn't formed at that time, man. But he said, and another shall rise after him, and he shall be diverse from the 3, and he shall subdue 3 kings, man. In other words, 3 kingdoms. So who is this talking about, man? It's talking about America, man. And who did he subdue, man? He subdued France, right? He subdued Great Britain and Spain, man. There was 2 conflicts between France and America, man. You got the French and the Indian War from 1754 to 1763. And then you had the Quasi War from 1798 to the 1800s. And then the U.S. won the Battle of Yorktown in 1781 and the Quasi War with the Treaty of Morty Fountains in the 1800s. And then you had Great Britain and America, man, fight in the American Revolutionary War. And then you had Spain and the Spanish-American War, 1898. Man. So those are the 3 kings or 3 kingdoms that were subdued by America, man. So let's jump back to Revelation chapter 11. If anybody got anything, man, bring it up.
Yeah, I want to bring out Revelation 14 and 8. It says, and there followed another angel saying, Babylon is fallen. It says, it's fallen, the great city, because she has made nation drink of wine of the wrath of her fornication. So they just gone, they tell it plain and simple right there that America has been into the different countries and in and out, dealing with all these different countries, and you see now they all turning on. And that's what it's saying, and it tell you right there that it's falling. It done seen it, it's being said that America has fallen. God. It will fall, it's already written. So I mean, that's dead end. But you got it back.
Man, I got a precept too. So that what they were just going into, said they made what the nations drink of the wine of their fornication, that wine, for Micah 2, verse 11, going to their falsehood, their lies, right? Dealing with their philosophy, their ideology, their democracy. All that is what America went and forced on these other nations. But this is the book of Habakkuk, chapter 2, verse 15. It said, woe to him that giveth his neighbor drink, that putteth the bottle to him, and maketh him drunken also, that thou mayest look on their nakedness. And that's what America did, man. America went and said his neighbor, all these other countries, and they forced these other nations to follow behind everything that they had going. So they pushed their democracy, they pushing their LGBT alphabet community on these other nations, man. They making these other nations drink of the wine, their fornication, so they can see they're naked and mean what they can be in the midst of sin, just like they are, man. So when the Lord come back and judge America, he's gonna also judge these other nations, because why? They follow behind the same path and ways as America. But you got to back up.
I had the same precept.
That is spirit.
Doing with the golden cup, sipping out of the like that cup is full of sin. So everybody sipping out of it, that's abomination and filthiness, and it's gonna be judged. So Revelation 17:4, and the woman was arrayed in purple and scarlet in color, and decked with gold and precious stones and pearls, having a golden cup in her hand full of abomination and filthiness of her fornication.
Good precept, man. Good precept. Since you in Revelation chapter 17 has dropped down to Revelation chapter 11, man. I mean, Revelation 17 verse 11. We still talking about how America, what they got to do with this beast.
Revelation 17 verse 11. And the beast that was and is not, even he is the 8th, and is of the 7, and goeth into perdition.
Man. So America came out of these other 7 nations, man. Talking about these other 7 heads, man, that are on this beast, man. America is the 8th, man. You know what I'm saying? So America came out of Greece, Rome, France, Spain, Great Britain, Germania Major and Minor, man. So America out of those nations, man. It is the 8th, man. America came, the Edomites that came over here came from Europe, man, and established this nation over here, man, by conquering our people, man, by destroying our people, man, the northern kingdom when they came to this side of the earth, man. And then go ahead. So just going into, man, the 10 horns, man. 1957, man, you had the Treaty of Rome, also known as the European Economic Community Treaty, which was established signed by 6 nations at that time, 6 European nations, man. Belgium, France, Germany, Italy, Luxembourg, and the Netherlands, man. And what was it set up for, man? It was set up to promote economic growth and free competition and to abolish tariffs. So now you see DJ Trump talking about starting tariffs up with them again, man. You know what I'm saying? And they aligned themselves with America, man. So of course they're gonna hate America, man, because NATO was set up to defend against the Soviet Union, and then the EU was set up, man, you know, in hopes of abolishing tariffs between the nations, between those European nations, man. And then, you know, jumping down January 22nd, 1972, the European Economic Community was expanded by signing the Treaty of Brussels, man. And it included 4 additional members, man. Great Britain, Denmark, Ireland, and Norway. And then that alliance was solidified or went into effect on the 1st of January, 1973, giving you those 10 horns, man. Those are the first 10 original nations that were part of that European Economic Community, man. The EU. Now the EU consists of, you know, like 26, I believe, member states, man. And then there's a such thing, man. You know, America was the empire by invitation, man, which was a term they used with America's relationship with the, you know, European allies after World War II, man. And basically, it was invited, so it wasn't a nation that was leading them because the nation had conquered those nations, man. It was by invitation. They invited America. So you seeing all that? That's how America, the EU, and NATO. That's how they formed that beast, man. They ruled over the known world in these last days. Now you're seeing all that crumbling, man. You're seeing division, especially between the U.S., you know, with this European allies, even the U.S. with its closest allies, Canada and Mexico, man. That division is there, man. And remember, Canada was part of NATO, man. So America, man, basically was the military, the might, you know, protecting these European nations, man. Now I believe France, and I think it's the UK, man, that has nukes, and you know they trying to, you know, form another defense plan without the U.S., man, because the U.S. now is being looked at as an enemy to the EU and NATO, man. So let's get Revelations chapter. I think it was recently too, man. I think there was since all this happened, I think Russia actually sunk a UK ship or a British ship, man, that was trying to carry supplies to Ukraine, man. Because obviously the UK, I mean the US is on the brinks with Zelensky, man. They stopped sharing intel. They halted all support. Hell, man, they even cut off cyber efforts against Russia, man. So you seeing this turn that America has, man, against its European allies, and it seems like America, at least Donald Trump, is now favoring EU's adversary, which is Russia, man. So if you don't think this is going to cause division, and you don't think this is going to cause those European nations to hate America, I mean, come on, man. They can't wait to get back, man. They can't wait to stick their foot up Trump's ass. I mean, and Americans by extension, man.
Con.
You know what I'm saying? They can't wait to give him that beat down, man. They looking forward to giving him that beat down, man. You know what I'm saying? Because if Russia defeats the Ukraine, he ain't gonna just stop there, man. He gonna come towards them too. So they can't wait to put their foot up Trump's ass for the shit he's doing, man. The shenanigans he's causing back here, man. It's throughout the earth, man. Let's get Revelations chapter 17, and let's jump up to verses 1 through 8, man. The world is tired of these shenanigans, man. They done drunk of this wine of Babylon, man. They tired of America's shenanigans, man. And this dude is speaking great things, man. Pride.
Con.
You know, those prideful things, man. Like he just gonna be able to do something, man, put tariffs on other people, and then they ain't supposed to put it back on him, man. And that's not gonna affect him, man. He can give a care about the cost of eggs and steel for automobiles. This guy's a billionaire, man. This is gonna affect the common people, man. The working class. That's who it's affecting, man.
Come
It's
on,
not.
and I
Go ahead, Doc.
yeah, I want to touch on something you said earlier about when you said Denmark was one of the one that joined later. And when you think about it, how Trump turning all these nations against him, you know he talking about trying to get Greenland, right? And Greenland is a part of Denmark. So you got to look at they ain't gonna just let you keep taking their land, you know, because you already trying to talk about what you're gonna turn Gaza into, and you got the other nation looking at that like if they're gonna just stand by and watch you do this. Then you're gonna take Greenland. Then you're gonna make Canada become your 51st state. These countries ain't just gonna sit back and watch you just do what you want to do, you know. So like you going into is all these kings and all these nations that got drunk with America, and now that they drunk, they starting to see what America really is, and they ain't just gonna stand back and just take whatever America give them. It's just like you just talking about Russia. If Russia was to go along with what they doing and defeat Ukraine, China gonna be like, hey, you ain't doing that in Russia. Well, we can go into Taiwan now. You know, so there is a whole lot of stuff that they creating. They creating a domino effect. They're gonna get out of hand and create that third war.
Come on, man. You're exactly right, man. And then with Greenland, I think I was talking to my son, man, and I think he told me, man, Trump was talking about not only taking Greenland but renaming it to red, white, and blue land. Some crazy stuff like that. You know how he renamed the Gulf of Mexico, man, from the Gulf of Mexico to America, man. That's like pride right there, man. You know what I'm saying? He ain't making America great again, man. He destroying America, bro. America's hated, man. You know, by because it's not just Trump. He's the figure, man. The figurehead, the face of America. Him and J.D. Vance, man. But it's by him being that figurehead, man. They not just hating him. They hating on all Americans, man. Now because of that, bro. Because all he doing, man, is pushing discord, man, throughout the earth, man. You know what I'm saying? And it's all, man, because of stuff, man. He talking about making America great again. How are you making America great again when you destroying the people, man? Crime is going to be on the rise here in America, man. Civil wars, and the Bible talks about this, man. Civil wars, man. Uprising of the people. All that's coming here, man. You see, the elite, they think they pulling the strings, man, because they know this stuff, man. That's why you got to prepare in these underground bunkers for themselves, man. But the Most High is really pulling the strings. They want this stuff to come, man, because they want the common people to kill each other off, man. Remember, they trying to so-called reduce the CO2 output, man, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So what's one way of doing that, man? Wars, man. Creating these wars, man. These new so-called jabs that they came out with in the last couple of years, man. And then we're gonna starve the people out, bro. Ain't nobody gonna be able to afford nothing, man. Ain't nobody gonna be able to afford nothing, man, without a job. So people gonna be coming into your houses. People gonna be shoplifting out of stores, man. Why? Because the so-called king of Babylon is destroying his people, destroying the people, which is going to destroy the land. This place is going to be look like a third world country over here, man, before them nuclear missiles hit. Like we watch the news, man. We see them so-called third world countries and like Gaza and places like that, man, and so-called places on the African continent. They be showing America's going to get worse than it's going to be destroyed before the nuclear missiles actually hit over here, man. And it's all going to be thanks to who? Well, we know this is all for our deliverance, but the Most High is using Trump to do it, man. So I don't know what he's talking about, man, about making America great again. America shall never, it was never great to begin with, not for so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. It's never going to be like it used to be, man. People despise this place now, man, because you showing them how you really think. You know what you really think about it, man. That meeting in the White House between him and J.D. Vance and Zelensky, I sent a message throughout the whole earth, man. It sent the message because not only does he think like that to him, man, about him, but he think like that to the rest of the world, man. Except for maybe guys like Putin. So, yeah, man, these are interesting times that we're living in, man. So, Revelation chapter 7, verses 1 through 8. If somebody can break that down for me, man, I'll be right back. So, Revelation chapter 7, verses 1 through 8. I'll be right back, Augie.
The book of Revelation, chapter 7, verse 1. And after these things, I saw 4 angels standing on the 4 corners of the earth, holding the 4 winds of the earth, that the wind should not blow on the earth, nor on the sea, nor on any tree. And I saw another angel ascending from the east, having the great seal of the living God.
Salakia,
and he cried out with
Salakia, I meant Revelation chapter 17, verses 1 through 8.
Okay. Revelation chapter 17. And there came one of the 7 angels which had the 7 vials, and talked with me, saying unto me, Come hither, I will show unto thee the judgment of the great whore that sitteth upon many waters, with whom the kings of the earth have committed fornication, and the inhabitants of the earth have been made drunk with the wine of her fornication. So he carried me away in the spirit into the wilderness, and I saw a woman sitting upon a scarlet-colored beast, full of names of blasphemy, having 7 heads and 10 horns. And the woman was arrayed in purple and scarlet color, and decked with gold and precious stones and pearls, having a golden cup in her hand, full of abominations and filthiness of her fornication. And upon her head was a name written, Mystery, Babylon the Great, the mother of harlots and abominations of the earth. And I saw the woman drunken with the blood of the saints, and with the blood of the murderers of Jesus. And when I saw her, I wondered with great admiration. And the angel said unto me, Why did thou marvel? I will tell thee the mystery of the woman and the beast that carrieth her, which have the 7 heads and 10 horns.
Somebody cut out.
Yeah, my connection now was acting up.
Oh, okay. Anybody plan on elaborating on that? If not, I'm gonna bring out this precept from that I was gonna bring out earlier about when he was saying that they think that they the one pulling the strings and everything. It says in Job 33, I'm gonna start at 14 and I'm gonna go all down to 16. For God speaketh once, yea, twice, yet man perceiveth not, in a dream, in a vision of the night, when deep sleep falleth upon men, and slumberings upon the bed. Then he opened the ears of men, and sealed their instruction. So when they wake up and they had all these ideas in their head that they plan on doing this and doing that, God had already put that in their head, because what's going on right now, what's taking place, that's you know what I'm saying, this all to be fulfilled. You know what I'm saying? They not the one that really in power, the Most High in power. He just making them think that they in power, but that's not the case at all. He the only one to hold the true power. So by that being said, you know what I'm saying? And like I said, back in the last class, nothing new under the sun. To a lot of people, this is new. You know what I'm saying? But for those who know the truth, and they meditate on it, they know that, you know what I'm saying, this ain't nothing new, and this it's gotta happen. You know what I'm saying? It's just something that gotta take place for us to be saved. We the one. This how you really get saved. You know what I'm saying? You don't get saved by getting baptized in no water or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? This how we get our salvation. Is by you know what I'm saying, this all taking place. It got to take place for us to get our salvation. You got to
Come on.
Good. Hold on. Let me bring this out too, man. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 47, verse 1. It said, "Come and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon." And that's what the Lord doing, man. He's bringing America down. 'Cause right now, America is on high, man. America is the top country, top kingdom on the earth right now. It ain't no other country higher than, you know what I'm saying, the United States of America. So the Lord is prophesying through Isaiah, come sit down in the dust. When you brought down to the dust, you're being brought down low, man. And America's going to be in all type of confusion until it's finally destroyed. But it says, "Oh, virgin daughter of Babylon, sit on the ground. There is no throne." Why? Because America is finna be taken out of rulership. I know the people like to think that America is just going to be on the throne and rulership or be the top nation forever. But the Lord is getting ready to bring judgment on this place. That's why I say it is no throne. I mean, the rulership, the power of America is about to be taken from them. And it said, "Oh, daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate. Take the milestone and grind the mill. Uncover thy locks, make bare the leg, uncover the thigh, pass over the rivers. Thy nakedness should be uncovered. Yea, thy shame should be seen. I will take vengeance, and I will not meet thee as a man." So the Lord is showing the world America's wickedness, man. You know what I'm saying? We like to think America was this great God-fearing country, man, but America, since they came into power, has been the most wickedest, you know what I'm saying, country, a kingdom to ever rule on the face of the earth, man. When the Lord come, see his son, Mashiach Yahushua, man, this time he's not coming at him as a man, man. He's not coming where you're going to be able to arrest him and, you know what I'm saying, spit on him and beat him. No, he's not coming. He's not coming like that no more. He had to come like that the first time to die for the sins of his people. But this time, when Mashiach Yahushua comes back, he's coming back for violence, man. He's coming back for war. He's coming back for bloodshed, man. He's not coming back to play no game. He's not coming back to sit down and drink a beer with you. He's not coming back to play 2K with you or watch the damn NFL playoffs or NBA playoffs with you, man. He's coming back for war and destruction, man. And I'm going to jump down to verse 7. It said, "Thou saidest, I shall be a lady forever." And that's what America feel like, man. America feel like it ain't nothing never gonna happen to this place, man. They feel like they really think that they're gonna make America great again, man. That's them saying they should be a lady forever. Meaning what? Ain't no destruction, ain't no harm ever gonna come to this place. That's the mindset of the people here in America, man. And it says, "So thou didst not lay these things to thy heart, neither didst remember the latter end of," because the latter end is gonna be what? America gonna be brought down, taken out of power, and destroyed, man. But you gotta back up.
You know, just like when you saying, you know, that he ain't coming back to, you know what I'm saying, chill with you and kick it with you. He coming back, you know what I'm saying, with a vengeance. It also says so in Matthew 10:34. It says, "Think not that I am come to send peace on the earth. I have came to send not peace, but with a sword." So,
Man.
you know what I'm
Perfect
saying, he come with a sword.
God, man, it's funny that you know, just listen to what you guys brought out, man. It's I'll see if I can find it, man. It pertains to that meeting that Zelensky and Trump had, man, when Zelensky admitted that to Trump, man, that basically America is separated by water, you know what I'm saying? But eventually America's gonna feel it. And Trump got upset, man, talking about, hey, don't tell us what we're gonna feel, you know what I'm saying? That goes in what you brought out, Gideon, about, you know, America's talking about it's gonna sit a lady forever, you know what I'm saying? Later forever. But that's what the scripture's going into. And that's basically what Trump is saying, man. Hey, man, America ain't gonna be touched. Don't tell me what America's gonna feel, man. But America's gonna be brought down. Let me see if I can find it, man. Hold on for a minute. Because Zelensky was telling the truth. Hold on, let me see. Hold on for a minute, Aki. Let me see if I can bring it up.
You were gonna bring out the Obadiah? I don't want to jump the gun.
I was gonna bring it out, man, but you can go ahead and bring it out.
This is the book. Man, this is the book of Obadiah, chapter 1, verse 7. I'm gonna read it in the NLT, man, because NLT explains it, man, clear as day, man. So everything you've been going into. This is the book of Obadiah, chapter 1, verse 7. In the NLT, it say all your allies, just like we going into, just like I've been bringing out the whole class, man. All America allies, you know, so all the people that they in confederacy with, man. All these people that they got a covenant with. All these people are gonna do it. All your allies will turn against you. So all these European nations, man, EU, NATO, like the brother been bringing out beautifully, man, all these different nations, European nations are going to turn against this place, America. And they say they will help to chase you from your land. They will promise you peace while plotting to deceive and destroy you. Your trusted friends will set traps for you and you won't even know about it. And that's what's going to happen, man. That's what's going to happen to America, man. All the allies, they're setting traps and they're plotting to take down America, man. You got to back up.
Calling out. Perfect, man. Perfect precept. Let me see if I can get this to work, man.
No, you're not winning. You're not winning this.
Long simmering tensions between President.
Hold up. Let me find another one, man. I wanted the one where they specifically, when Zelensky told them that they separated by water and they're going to feel it too. Hold on for a minute. And you can see the arrogance in Trump's eyes, man. Hey, man, I'll be honest with you, though, man. When it comes, when it comes to this, man, Trump, I would blame Trump for wanting the money back, man, from Zelensky, man, because, you know, that's taxpayers' dollars, man. You know what I'm saying? Like $300 billion, man. So I don't blame him for wanting that money back, man, to be honest with you, bro, because I guess he just thought he was just going to, and then especially not being able to account for the money, man. But it's just the arrogancy, man, that the way in which he went about it, man. You know what I'm saying? And basically what it did, man, it turned the whole world basically against Trump, man. They couldn't wait to jump and stand behind Zelensky after that, man. So Trump just turned up the heat, and his boy JD Vance, man, how you gonna go to somebody else's country, man, and give the type of speech that he gave, man, and to these foreign leaders, man, and be arrogant like that, man? It's like that just goes to show you, man, the arrogance and the pride of America, man. Oh, still looking for this, Aki.
Let me bring out this Matthew chapter 12, verse 26. It said, and if Satan cast out Satan, he is divided against himself. How shall then his kingdom stand? That's what's going on, man. Who is Satan, man? Satan just means what? You know what I'm saying? It means the adversary, man. And you see the adversary was dealing with these Edomite nations, man. They They had allies with each other, man. You know what I'm saying? They divided amongst themselves. If they had any type of sense, man, they would try to get back on one accord with each other, man, to keep their kingdom going. But we know it was already prophesied that they were going to be destroyed anyway. But they're divided against each other, and if you a house divided against each other, it's not going to stand, man. That's why they're going to be brought down because of like all going into DJ Trump, man. Is doing everything like he's doing anything possible to turn these other nations against the America, the United States. And like he's making all the allies hate this place. So what's gonna happen, man? They're gonna fall because they divided against each other, man. You got to back up.
Oh man, I can't find a specific clip I'm looking for, man. So let's go ahead and jump down Revelation 17 verse 9 now, man. Revelation 17 verse 9. Revelation 17 verse 9. And here is the mind which has wisdom. The 7 heads are 7 mountains, which we were going into. The seven ruling kingdoms of Esau, man, which were Greece. It started with the Greek Empire, which was that 3rd beast in Daniel's vision. Then Rome, which is that 4th beast in Daniel's vision. The first 2 beasts that Daniel saw, man, were not Edomite empires, man. So the Babylonian Empire was not ruled by Edomites, neither was the Medes and the Persians. So, but that 2nd beast, the Greek Empire was, man, that was the beginning of Esau's rulerships, man, when evils were multiplied in the earth, man. And then, of course, you got that 4th beast, Rome, man. And then the other 5 heads was France, Spain, Great Britain, Germania Major and Minor, man. And although Russia is an Edomite nation, man, it's not part of that beast, man. It is not part of the beast, man. It's not.
Yeah,
part of
you got some people be trying to say that Russia is a part of this beast, man, but Russia is not a part of the beast system, man. Russia is against the beast system, so how can it be a part of?
And it's because right here, man, verse 9. And here is the mind which has wisdom. The 7 heads are seven mountains on which the woman sitteth, and there are 7 kings, 5 are fallen. We'll jump down to verse 11, because basically, man, this beast is talking about a conglomerate of kingdoms, man, Edomite kingdoms, which would basically have one mind, basically, views the same. They stood up to defend against the Soviet Union, so which is Russia. So how would Russia be part of the peace, man?
It makes no sense, man.
You know what I'm saying? When NATO stood up to defend against Russia, the Soviet Union. So that wouldn't make sense, man. And then, verse 11, we already went over that, man. The 8th is talking about America, man. And just to show you, man, that, because we read earlier, man, that the woman sit on top of the scarlet beast, man, the beast. That word scarlet means red, man. And we keep talking about how these are Edomite nations, man. But let's show you why this word scarlet is important, man. Let's get Genesis chapter 25, and we'll read verses 21 through 26, man. Genesis 25, verses 21 through 26.
Book of Genesis, chapter 25, verse 21. And Isaac entreated the Lord for his wife, because she was barren, and the Lord was entreated of him, and Rebekah his wife conceived. And the children struggled together within her, and she said, If it be so, why am I thus? And she went to inquire of the Lord. And the Lord said unto her, 2 nations are in thy womb, and 2 manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels. And the one people shall be stronger than the other people, and the elder shall serve the younger.
Talking about Esau and Jacob. Jacob been our forefather. Go ahead, up.
And when her days to be delivered were fulfilled, behold, there were twins in her womb. And the first came out red.
What color up?
Red.
So that's why this beast is red, man, because it's Edomite nations, man. That's why the color of the beast is scarlet, meaning red, because it's talking about ruling kingdoms of Esau, man. So that's what we're about here. Going back to Revelation chapter 17, verse 3, man, where the woman sitting on the scarlet beast is red. The scarlet beast then described as red, man. Let's jump back to Revelation chapter 17. And this time we're going to read verses 12 through 14, man. Revelation 17, verses 12 through 14.
Revelation chapter 17, verse 12. And the 10 horns which thou sawest are 10 kings, which have received no kingdom as of yet, but receive power as king 1 hour with the beast.
Come, man. So when John the Revelator saw this vision, man, the European Union didn't exist yet, man. In this 1 hour, we know according to the scriptures, man, that 1 day or 1,000 years is a day to the Lord, right? So the formula to that, man, and this is how you get it here. Let me see if I can pull it up, man. So basically, we just a little bit past that hour, man. Here, let me see if I can pull something up on the screen here. Bear with me for a minute, Aki. And this is going to show you what this 1 hour is going into, man. Let's see if I can do it. Basically, in order to get the calculation, you got to divide 1,000 by 24. Hold on for a minute. See if I can bring it up on screen. Divided by 24. And it's going to give you the calculation in years, man. All right, so I'm going to pull it up. Hold on for a minute, Aki. And you'll see what this 1 hour is going to, because the scripture tells us that 1,000 years is but a day to the Lord, man. So hold on for a minute. See if this pops up. All right, so right here, man. It's 1,000 years representing a day. You got to divide that by 24, and it comes out to this right here, man. This number of years would be considered an hour. Obviously, you know, from the formation of the NATO and all that EU, man, we just a little bit over that, man. But we haven't entered that second hour yet, man. So we just a little bit past that first hour, man. So when it talks about, I'm going back to that verse 14, 13, verse 12. And the 10 horns which thou sawest are 10 kings, which have received no kingdom as of yet, but receive power as kings 1 hour with the beast. So that's how you get that calculation, man. So we just a little bit past that 1 hour mark right now, man, which they America and the EU and NATO, man, were, you know, partnered up, and we see that division coming about now. Go ahead, Art, with verse 13.
Verse 13. These have one mind, and shall give their power and strength unto the beast.
Talking about that union between the EU. Go ahead, Art.
14. These shall make war with the Lamb, and the Lamb shall overcome them, for he is Lord of lords and King of kings. And they that are with him are called and chosen and faithful.
Man. So after America is destroyed, man, it's turning to Yahweh Shah, man. These same kings, man. So the kings of the earth are going to be gathered together, man, to fight in that third world war, man. That one of the elders tried to say was the elite's idea, not the Most High, but no, it was the Most High's idea, man. He's going to gather them together. They're going to fight in that third world war, man, which the Bible refers to as Armageddon or the third woe. And then when they see Yahweh Shah returning, man, on a chariot, man, these same kings, man, who knows? It might be the ones who are ruling over there now, man, because we're in those times. Nobody knows the time, exact time, hour, date, man, but we see the prophecies coming to pass. They're going to stop, and these same kings that are with the EU, the ones that are going to destroy America, they're going to also turn and fight against Yahweh Shah, man, upon his second return, man. Let's go over to Revelation 19 and let's read verses 11 through 20, man, so we can read about them making war with Yahweh Shah. So 11:19 verses 11th through 20.
The book of Revelation, chapter 19, verse 11. And I saw heaven open, and behold, a white horse. And he that sat upon him was called Faithful and True. And in righteousness
So a white horse isn't an actual horse either. Israel is talking about that chariot that Yahweh Shah is going to be returning on. Go ahead, up.
And he that sat upon him was called Faithful and True. And in righteousness he doeth judge and make war. His eyes were as flames of.
So what's he coming back to do up? He coming back to judge
and make war.
Go ahead, up.
His eyes were as a flame of fire, and on his head were many crowns. And he had a name written.
The reason he wearing many crowns, man, just like in ancient days, man, when you defeat another king, what you do, you take the crown off their head and you put it on yours, right? We saw King David do it. So Yahweh Shah, he ain't figuratively coming, he ain't actually coming back wearing crowns, it's figurative, right? He's coming back and he's taking these kingdoms down. He's gonna take rulership from them. Go ahead, up.
And he had a name written that no man knew but he himself. And he has clothes, and he was clothed with a vesture dipped in blood. And his name is called the Word of God.
So he's coming back and he's doing a lot of killing, man. That's why his vesture, that's why John the Revelator is saying him wearing a vesture that appears to be that is dipped in blood, man. Because he's coming back, he took a lot of people to death, man. Not only these other nations, man, but 2/3 of his own people too, man. Go ahead, up.
And the armies which were in heaven followed him upon white horses, clothed in fine linen, white and clean.
So they come back to too, man. And what you call so-called UAPs or UFOs, man. They coming back in chariots as well, man. They're gonna follow him. Go ahead, up.
And out of his mouth goeth a sharp sword, and with it he shall smite the nations. And he shall rule them with a rod of iron, and he treaded the winepress of the fierceness and wrath of Almighty God.
Man. So you're in a wine press, man. What you doing in them grapes in there, man? You stumping on them grapes, aren't you? You mushing them, man. You trying to juice them, man. So he coming back, man. He's stumping on these nations. He ain't coming back to play with these nations, man. He's gonna reach the rod of iron, man. He ain't coming back to. Does this sound like the God of Christianity to you, man? That the white Jesus that Christianity has you believing is gonna return, man. With butt naked babies throwing rose petals anywhere? Nah, man. The scripture said the Most High is a man of war, bro, and his son is a man of war too. He's coming back to kick some ass, man. Go ahead, up.
And he had on his vesture and on his thigh a name written, King of Kings and Lord of Lords.
Man. So Donald, this is the King of Kings right here, man. Yahweh Shah, King, Lord of Lords. Man, you only a king only because he's allowing you to be a king right now, man. But really going to find out is that you're a peasant. This is the king. The King of Kings is about to return, man, and you're going to go into subjection under him, man. Go ahead, Art.
And I saw an angel standing in the sun. He cried with a loud voice, saying to all the fowls that fly in the midst of the heavens, come and gather yourselves together unto the supper of the great God.
Come on, man.
That's
because they ain't going to be buried in burial, man. These man, it's gonna be body spread, man, from one end of the earth to the next, man. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be a great feast of the Lord, man. These fowls are gonna have a great dinner, man. All this Edomite flesh, and 2/3 of our flesh, all nations are gonna get it, man. But I like to say Edomites, man, because we've been on the subjection. These motherfuckers is far too long. Go ahead,
that ye may eat the flesh of kings, and the flesh of captains, and the flesh of mighty men, and the flesh of horses.
Eat the flesh of kings like Don, huh? All right, well, man. So either Don, you're either gonna be getting your flesh eaten, man, or you're gonna be one of the first slaves that's going into captivity.
That's right.
Go ahead, up.
And the flesh of captains, and the flesh of mighty men, and the flesh of horses, and of them that sit on them, and the flesh of all men, both free and bond, both small and great.
Come on, man. So both small and great, man. So your money ain't gonna be able to save you during this time, man. It don't matter how much money you got. It don't matter, Elon, if you were so-called the known richest man in the earth, man. Your money ain't gonna be able to save you during this time. You think your Howard Shah care about you being a billionaire, man? No. Your ass going to captivity if your flesh ain't been eaten upon right here. Go ahead, up.
And I saw the beast and the kings of the earth and their armies gathered together to make war against him that sit on the horse and against his army.
So this beast, man, going to EU and the NATO, because remember, America's gonna be destroyed, man. You know what I'm saying? So the beast is gonna, along with the other armies of the earth, man, they're gonna make war against Yahweh Shai when he returns, man, and they're gonna get their asses handed to them. Let's go to Daniel. Right. Let's go to Daniel chapter 2, verses 40 through 45. So all that arrogancy, man, that we've experienced, man, at the hands of these Edomites and these other nations, man, they about to get their asses handed to them, man. And all praises to the Most High, because be honest with you, bro, it's about time, man. It's been far too long, man.
We got a precept, Bob.
Go ahead, up.
Just to go along with everything you just brought out, man, in the book of Isaiah, chapter 34, verse 2. It said, for the indignation of the Lord is upon all nations, man, and his fury upon all their armies, man. So like you going into, man, the Lord coming back. He's not coming back to play games, man. He's not coming back to sing Kumbaya. He's not coming back to hold your hand. He's not coming back to, you know what I'm saying, spread love. It said his indignation is upon all these nations, man. Meaning his hatred, his anger, man, his fury. That's what the Lord is coming back with. And it said upon all their armies. So if you're in the military right now, man, hey, it'll be wise to go ahead and get out, man. Because it said all their armies, man. Not just the armies overseas, man. It's speaking about what? America's army too, man. America is not exempt from judgment. America is the main army that the Lord wants to come back and destroy, man. It said he had utterly destroyed them. He has delivered them to the slaughter. Their slain also should be cast out, and their stink should come up of their carcasses. And that's what the Lord just brought into, man, when he said, you know, they call the fowls of the air for that feast, man. Why? Because they're gonna be dead bodies, like the alt said, dead bodies on top of dead bodies laid out, man. And it said, and the mountains should be melted with their blood, and all the hosts of heaven should be dissolved, and the heavens should be rolled together as a scroll. And what's that going into, man? It's going into that mushroom cloud, man, where after the nuclear missiles are dropped. That's their scroll. And it's all their hosts shall fall down. Well, their satellites, man, their space station, man, their fighter jets, their helicopters, whatever they got in the sky, man, is gonna come down when the return of Mashiach Yahushua. It says the leaf falleth from off the vine, and there's a fallen fig from the fig tree, man. And that's how easy the Lord is gonna come, how easy it's gonna be when the Lord come back and destroy these nations, man. So you know, if you know a fig tree, because we used to have one, you know what I'm saying, when in my mama yard backyard, man, in a fig tree, man, like the slightest little wind can knock the fig off the fig tree. That's how easy the Lord is gonna come back and destroy these nations military, man. And it said, for my soul should be bathed in heaven. And the heaven is talking about the skies, man. He ain't talking about where the Most High dwell at, man. It's talking about what the clouds at, man. His sword is gonna be bathed in heaven. It should come down upon our doom. That's the main nation that the Lord is coming back to judge, just like the Lord said, man. That's the main nation he want to see taken out. That's the main nation that the Lord is coming back to bring down, man. Because Idumea is what? Is Greek for Edom. And it said, upon the people of my curse to judgment. But you got it back off.
Come on, man. Let's go over to this second Esdras, man. Chapter 13.
I had that on this.
Oh, yeah.
Second Esdras, chapter 13, verse 5. And after this, I beheld, and lo, there was gathered together a multitude of men out of the number from the four winds of the heaven to subdue the man that came out of the sea.
Come on, man. You read
right, man. And this sea ain't talking about the Pacific Ocean, or the Atlantic Ocean, or the Gulf of Mexico, man. The sea is talking about the sky. Why? Because there's water beneath the firmament and there's water above the firmament. So he said, subdue the man that came out of the sea. It's talking about Yahushua coming down from the sky, from the heavens, man. And it said, but I beheld, and lo, he graded himself a great mountain and flew upon it.
Come on, man. So let's drop down to verses 25 and 26 in that same chapter.
Verse 25. The same as whom God the highest have kept a great, like This is the meaning of the vision, where thou sawest a man coming from the midst of the sea, the same as whom God the highest have kept a great season, which by his own self shall deliver his creature, and shall order them that are left behind.
Con, man. We know we did a class on before, man. Creature, man. That's really going to Israel, man. That's who he's going to deliver, man. Let's drop down to verses 30 through 38, man.
And he's verse 30, and he shall come to the astonishment of them that dwell on the earth, and one shall undertake to fight against another, one city against another, one place against another, one people against another, one realm against another. And the time shall be when these things shall come to pass, and the signs shall happen which I showed thee before. And then shall my son be declared, whom thou sawest as a man ascending. And when all the people hear his voice, every man shall in their own land lead a battle. They have one against another, and an innumerable multitude shall
So
be gathered.
showing that they're going to be fighting one against another, man. They're going to be gathered together in that third war, man, fighting Armageddon, World War III. Go ahead, Art.
And an innumerable multitude shall be gathered together as thou sawest them, willing to come and to overcome him by fighting. But
So
he
they
shall
gotta
stand.
So I thought like all these nations supposed to be Christians, man. I thought
Right.
everybody loved Jesus, man. But yet they're going to come together, and the majority of what's the biggest religion in the world, man?
Christianity.
Christianity and Islam. But they're going to see sweet Jesus coming out of the sky, and they're going to fight against sweet Jesus, man. That makes sense to you, man? The lies that we've been taught, man. They love sweet Jesus, right? I love the Lord. I love him. Not my Jesus. Man, this ain't your sweet Jesus is coming back. This is Yahweh Shai coming back, man.
That's right. Ain't no Jesus coming back, man. If you calling the Messiah, I want to see all these people who try to say the name. It don't matter what you call him. You call him whatever you want to call him. I want to see you calling him whatever you want to call him when he cracked that sky. Keep that same energy and call him whatever you want to call him, man. That's what I want to see.
Man, he gonna put that black foot up your ass. You do that, man.
All right.
How was Shai returning, man? This ain't sweet Jesus. He can fight the main war, man. Go ahead, Art. Keep reading, man.
But he shall stand up on the top of the Mount Zion, and Zion shall come and shall be showed to all men, being prepared and built, like as thou sawest the hill graven without hands.
That's
That's
enough on that. So we see that the nations, man, to include the beast, EU, NATO, are they going to fight against sweet Jesus, against Yahweh Shai, man, who's going to stick his black foot in their ass, man. He's going to turn us louder, man. When the prophets saw this, man, they were sick, bro. This ain't gonna be no sweet thing, man. Wasn't nothing sweet about this when the prophets saw this, man. They were fainting, wanting to faint and everything. They were sick, man. But you think sweet Jesus coming back, man, to play with y'all, man. Man, I'm sure there's gonna be a lot of black pastors out there getting some feet up their ass too when they see this shit. When they see it. You know what I'm saying? You go to church every day, man. Your black pastor ain't telling you nothing about this, man.
All right.
Got you sitting up there thinking, come as you are, man. God loves everybody, man. Man, that ain't what we read, man. You've been taught religious. You ain't been taught the Bible, bro. Yahweh Shai get ready to return and put his foot up some ass, man. He get ready to put so far somebody's ass, man. Foot probably gonna come out their mouth, man. He ain't coming back to play with you, bro. He ain't coming back to play with you, Esau, Donald Trump, man. You keep on talking that mess you want to, man. You and Elon Musk, man. Y'all gonna be some fried, what do you call it, man? Some shish kebabs. Y'all gonna be some shish kebabs, man.
Right.
Burnt shish kebabs, bro. All right, let's go to Revelation chapter 17, man. Shish kebabs, talking shish kebabs, man. Y'all ain't know walking shish kebabs, bro. Talking that shit. Motherfuckers. This ain't The Apprentice, man. Revelation 17, Oh, we already got that, man. Damn. My bad. I'll give you that. I was laughing, man. I had lost track, man. Think about that foot going up somebody's ass, man.
Hey, come, man.
Let's get Revelation 17, verse 15, man. But hold up. Let me make sure I got the right verse. Shit. Excuse me. Yeah, let's get Revelation 17, verse 15, man.
Revelation 17, verse 15. And he said unto me, the waters which thou sawest, where the whore sitteth, are peoples, and the multitudes, and nations, and tongues.
Come on, man. What is America known as, man? America's known as that great. Yeah, we know that, but America's known as that great melting pot, right? So that's who it's talking about, man. It ain't talking about the so-called Vatican Church, man. Vatican Church gonna get it too, man, because they false prophet, man. So they're gonna be destroyed as well. But this is talking about America right here, man. How can anybody not see that this is talking about America, man?
Con.
You see any other nation try to gather all peoples to itself, man? Is Russia trying to do that? Is China trying to do that? Is North Korea trying to do that? No, man. And what other nation is ruling over all the other kingdoms on the earth right now, man? America, man. This is who it's talking about. It is not talking about the so-called Vatican Church or whatever, man. Y'all need to get that nonsense out of y'all's head, man. All right, let's drop down and read 16 through 18 real quick. Revelation 17, 16 through 18.
Verse 16. And the 10 horns, which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh, and burn her with fire.
Oh, man. So you saw recently, man, politician, man, a female politician trying to take Trudeau's place in Canada, man. She basically is trying to form a nuclear alliance, man, with the European nations, man, in particular France and UK. They the ones got the missiles, man. Why? For nuclear deterrence against America, man. So all these things are going to come to pass, whether you believe it or not, Israel. It's all going to come to pass. This is the Most High spoken, man. And you seeing it, you just not recognizing what you're seeing because you haven't been taught the scriptures. You've been taught religion, man. The Most High is putting it in their hearts, which is their mind, to fulfill his will and to agree to give their kingdoms unto the beast. That beast being America, NATO, and EU, until the word of God should be fulfilled, man. So you seeing the fulfillment coming into play now, man. All right. And Ak already brought out Obadiah, man. Let's go to Revelation 18, read verses 1 through 3, man.
Revelation 18, verse 1. And after these things I saw another angel come down from heaven, having great power, and the earth was lightened with his glory. And he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon the great is fallen, and is become the habitation of devils, and the hold of every foul spirit, and the cage of every unclean and hateful bird. For all nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication.
All nations that follow after a so-called democracy or policy, foreign policies, and everything that the nation that America has pushed across this earth, man, to include its petrodollar and all that. Go ahead, Doc.
And the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her, and the merchants of the earth are waxed rich through the abundance of her delicacies.
Come on, stop right there. Let's go into this word delicacies, man, real quick on Revelations 18:3, man. So delicacies. It comes from the Greek, man. G4764, and excessive strength, which longs to break forth, over strength. So through the abundance of her delicacies, her strength, man, her military might. Because remember, man, America was basically the military might behind the EU and protecting these European nations, man. Now that America's falling out with them, they got to come out with another plan, man. How they going to defend themselves against, defending Russian attack, man. So let's jump down to 9 and 10.
Revelation 18, verse 9. And the kings of the earth who have committed fornication and lived deliciously with her shall bewail her and lament for her when they shall see the smoke of her burning. Standing
Man. Why are they going to see the smoke of her burning, man? Because not only are those 10 kings, the EU, man, not only are they going to send nukes over here, man, so is Russia and every other country, man, gonna bomb this place, man. And they're gonna be standing far off, and they're gonna see the smoke, man, because there's gonna be so many nukes sent over here, man. And then nuclear weapons, man, they're gonna cost the earth to reel to and fro, man. That's how many nukes are gonna be sent over here to destroy this hateful place, man. The nations hate this place, man. As I said earlier, man, they can't wait to get back, man. Put their foot up America's ass, man. Go ahead up.
Standing afar off for the fear of her torment, saying, Alas, alas, that great city Babylon, that mighty city. For 1 hour is our judgment come.
Man. So her judgment gonna be swift, man. I think Russia got a nuke, man, that can reach America within a hypersonic nuke, man, that can reach over here within like 1 hour or so. Let's drop down and read verses 20 through 21, man.
Verse 20. Rejoice over her, thou heaven, and ye holy apostles and prophets, for God hath avenged you on her.
Man. So one of the reasons the Most High is going to have this place destroyed, man, is because to avenge his elect, man. America has put plenty of his people to death over here, man. This land is filled with our blood, man. And you know anything about regeneration, man? The prophets were regenerated.
I was just about to bring that out,
man. You can bring it out.
Oh no, I was just about to say the same thing.
Go ahead. Verse 21, man.
Verse 21. And a mighty angel took up a stone like a great milestone and cast it into the sea, saying, Thus with violence shall that great city of Babylon be thrown down, and shall be found no more at all.
Man. So this place is going to be taken out with great violence, man. It ain't going to be no light thing when this place is taken out, man. The Most High, the same way they got this place, man, the Edomites got this place through great violence and bringing war and diseases on our people. Guess what? The Most High is going to have it taken down with great violence, man. Let's go to Revelation chapter 19, read verses 1 through 3, man. Revelation 19, verses 1 through 3.
Revelation 19, verses 1. And after these things I heard a great voice of much people in heaven, saying, Hallelujah, salvation and glory and honor and power unto the Lord our God.
Man. So the heavens, the angels and our people in heaven, they're going to be rejoicing, man, when this place is taken down, man. Go ahead, up.
For the true righteous are his judgments, for he hath judged the great whore, which did corrupt the earth with her fornication, and have avenged the blood of his servants at her hand. And again they said, Hallelujah, and her smoke rose up and ever and ever.
Man. So hallelujah, man. Praise to the Most High, man. He's getting ready to bring this place down, man. He's getting ready to judge it, bro, for all the wickedness that it is brought across the earth, man, for all the wickedness that it's still doing, man, for this continued destruction that it brings upon the Lord's people, man. He's getting ready to judge this place, man. And the whole earth is going to be at rest when it's taken down eventually, man. When it Yahweh Shah set up this kingdom, man, we ain't never going to have to worry about any wicked ass Edomite kingdom rising and ruling anything again. This is the last of the wicked Edomite kingdoms, man. Once this kingdom is taken down, man, it's going to be nothing but rejoicing, man. The Most High is going to revenge us on this place, man, for what it has done to us, man. And he will use the 10 horns, which is the European Union, to bring about some of that judgment, man, along with the other nations, bro. Anybody anything to add?
Yeah, just to back up what you just said, about them, he using them to bring upon the judgment. The Bible speak of this place being ambushed, and that's the ambush that he's talking about. And it says so in Jeremiah 51:12. It said, set up the standard upon the walls of Babylon, make the watch strong, set up the watchman, prepare the ambushes. For the Lord hath both devised and done that which he has spake against the inhabitants of Babylon. So he already done spoke it, you know what I'm saying? So it's gonna come into you know what I'm saying? It's gonna come true. He said it's gonna come true, say it's gonna come true. And believe that. You got it back.
Any other Akim got anything to add? If not, man, I want to say in closing, man, all praises to the Most High Yahweh and name His only begotten Son, Yahweh Shai. This is your brother Ezekiel, the Sons of God Israelite Camp, your brother Gideon, Amoth, Jeremiah, Yeshaya, and Tobias, man. We hope you are edified. Shalom, Israel.
Shalom.
Shalom.